The stars of the Empress crown indicate Babylonian goddess Inanna, whose myth also involved a trip to the underworld where she was stripped down and had to face her fears in the dance of seven veils. When she returned to earth, she was once again queen of heaven and earth, the Empress in you. In that full power, comfortable in your own magnificence, she is also the goddess of sacred sexuality, and she gives you confidence as sexual being. She tells you that you have already earned the right to be comfortable in yourself and that you are ready to unleash your creativity on the world. For understanding true personality of Empress, you need to know the story of Inanna. The oldest known myth is Babylonian, the descent of Inanna, also known as Ishtar. She was the goddess of love, beauty, sex, war, desire, and political power. She was associated with fertility and politics and was also seen as a divine administrator of justice. The descent of Inanna, the Sumerian queen of heaven and earth. The Sumerian poem Descent of Inanna chronicles journey of Inanna, great goddess and queen of heaven, from her realm in the sky to earth and down into underworld to visit her recently widowed sister Ereshkigal, queen of the dead. Inanna is dressed in her finest clothes and wears the crown of heaven on her head, beads around her neck, her breastplate, golden ring, and carries her scepter, the rod of power. Just before she enters the underworld, she gives Ninshubar, her attendant, instructions on how to come to her aid should she fail to return when expected. When she reached at the gates of underworld, Neti, the gatekeeper, tells her to stay where she is while she goes to speak with Ereshkigal, her sister. Ereshkigal was not pleased to hear the news and told Neti to bolt the 7 gates and then let her in 1 gate at a time, required her to remove one of her royal garments at each gate. Gate by gate, Inanna stripped off her crown, beads, rings, scepter, even her clothing. When she asked the meaning of this indignity, Neti told her, laws of underworld are same for everyone. Inanna enters the throne room of Ereshkigal naked and bowed low. Judges of underworld passed judgment against her. Ereshkigal struck her. Inanna was turned into a corpse and was hung from a hook on the wall. Ninshubar, after waiting for 3 days, went to God Enki for help. God Enki helped him because earth was barren. It lost its fertility in absence of Goddess Innana of fertility. So Enki helped him by giving 2 Gala, 2 transgender being created, neither male nor female, to aid her in returning Inanna to earth. Gala enter the underworld like flies and, following Enki's specific instructions, attached themselves closely to Ereshkigal, queen. Experiencing pains of labor, Gala sympathizes with her, and she in gratitude offers them whatever gift they asked for. Gala responds, we wish only the corpse that hangs from the hook on the wall, and Ereshkigal gives to them. The Gala revive Inanna with the food and water of life, and she rises from the dead. It's not easy for someone to leave underworld so easily. Someone must be found to take Inanna's place, and so the Gala demons of underworld accompany her up to the earth's surface to claim her substitute. Ninshubar, Inanna's attendant, sons Shara and Lulal, and Inanna's beautician Kara. They were all dressed in sackcloth and were in mourning for her apparent death. So Inanna refused and prevented to take them. When Inanna comes upon her lover Dumuzi and finds him dressed in his shining garments, in his magnificent throne, she becomes enraged that, unlike others, is not mourning and orders demons to seize him. Dumuzi's sister Geshtinana volunteers herself to go in his place. Dumuzi will spend half the year in underworld and Geshtinana the other half. Like Persephone story again, seasons were explained. Why Inanna was mistreated by her sister, as she had been responsible for her husband, Bull of Heaven, death. Here the story goes. Gilgamesh has killed Demon Humbaba. His fame was great. Gilgamesh attracted the attention of Inanna. She seduced him to become her lover, promising him all good things. Gilgamesh spurns her, citing many lovers she discarded in past and who all met with bad ends. Inanna fell into bitter rage and appealed to her father Anu. In tears over the insults Gilgamesh has heaped upon her, Anu told her she got what she deserved through her abominable behavior. Inanna no way pacified and demanded Guglana, the bull of heaven, that she might avenge herself, Gilgamesh, and threatens that otherwise she will break the doors of underworld, bring up dead to eat food like the living, and host of dead will outnumber the living. Guglana was husband of her sister, so Anu gave her bull of heaven. Bull snorts and earth opens, and 100 young men fell down to death, and again with second snort 200 fell down to death. Gilgamesh with the bull of heaven battled and killed him. Inanna, showing no more regard for her sister's feelings than she did for 300 innocent young men she killed with bull of heaven, decides she will attend the funeral of the brother-in-law whose death she is responsible for. That's why her sister behaved badly with her. Inanna is able to manipulate the father god figure into getting her what she wanted. Dumuzi and Geshtinana paid for her insensitivity and rashness in deciding to attend funeral. In the same way, 300 young men paid price for Inanna's indignation. Moral is symbolic journey of self to wholeness is the lesson that there are consequences for one's actions. So there are consequences for one's actions. Inanna is resurrected for her actions and no one is spared, but she could able to come out of underworld once again, queen of heaven and earth. If bad things happened to gods and heroes due to unpredictability of life, why should a mortal bemoan unhappy fate? She is wise, more powerful now, with lots of experiences and knowledge. In many interpretations, her story is myth and thematic like all other stories of gods and goddesses of Greek. Her sister is regarded as shadow of herself, showing how she had to suffer for her actions as arrogant, aggressive and seductive behavior. That is, by misusing her powers, she had to bear pains of labor alone and had to lose her husband for a certain period of year. But she came out strong, powerful, wise after resurrection. Our Empress, adorned by crown and stars, is powerful person. She is seated on a throne decorated with the emblem of Venus. She is the mother of the deck, not just in the traditional sense of woman who gives birth to children. She is the creator, nurturer of a million dazzling ideas in art or business, or the new life at the start of a hot romance or adventure. She has got just about everything wishing for that it's possible to have. If you really want to understand the Empress, think Shaka Khan singing I'm every woman, and magnetism of Marilyn Monroe and brain of Einstein in the same package. Represented by her sister Erich Kegel, her shadow side is that she can get stuck in the role of nurturer, matriarch. Always being goddess is impossible even for her. In a reading, she adds huge positive energy to whatever is being created. She tells you are ready to give birth to an idea. It could be anything from starting a business or a literal pregnancy. She teaches us to honor our power as women and to love and be in our body, sensual and at peace with